here.
What is up, everyone, and welcome to Hello World Episode 4 JavaScript Show Hide. As with every episode, we're going to be coding and implementing a new feature for our Hello World website. So if there's some feature you would like to see coded and implemented, let me know in the comments down below. Let's get into the episode. So we're going to head over to our Hello World project in our browser. Up until now, we've set up the code base, we've added immediate queries to make our site responsive, and then we've added our fave icon up here in the corner next to our title. When we click on this button, we're going to want the world to light up like it's day, and then when we let go of the button, we want it to go away like it's night. Obviously, it doesn't do that yet because we're going to implement that in this video. But here's what it will look like when we are done. We're going to click on the button down here, and the world will light up, turn to day, and we're going to let go of the click, and it's going to go back to night. We're going to open up our Hello World project in our text editor, and we're going to head over to our assets.js home script.js file, which currently contains no JavaScript. Now, JavaScript in this file will only be loaded on our home page. And then we're going to open up our homepage view, which is in views, home, body, HTML. And just for reference, the HTML head here is our homepage head specific code, which is going to be loaded inside of the head tags. And here's where we call our script.js file, which is located in assets.js home, and then that is where our script.js file is, which we had just opened up right here. We want to add a click event for our Hello World button right here. We're going to begin by giving it an ID. We're going to call it Hello World. This will allow us to target it with JavaScript. We're going to add on another image for our daytime image. We're going to keep the daytime image hidden, but when they click on the button, we're going to show the daytime and we're going to hide the nighttime image. Copy this image tag, paste it right below there. We're going to get rid of the ID of night. Then we're going to specify a class for it to be day. And our source is our assets images path, earth underscore day image. Back to our file explorer, www hello world app assets images. There's where we have our earth night currently. So we're going to paste our earth day image right in here as well. Now if we refresh our page here, you see we have our earth night and our earth day is showing up by default, and it's way too big. So what we're going to do is we need to add a class for our daytime image here. We have our day class. We're going to open up our CSS homepage specific styles, and right away we want to make sure that the daytime is not displayed at all. So on page load it's the display none, and when it is displayed we want to set it to a width of 400 pixels. That's good for our desktop view, but when it's on mobile down here, just like our nighttime, we want it to be a width of 100%. Say .day width of 100%. Now we can just make sure this is looking good by commenting out our display none and refreshing our page. And there we go. We have our daytime image looking just like our nighttime image. If we do an F12 to open up the inspector, click on the little emulator icon here for responsive, we can see that the image is going to be displaying nicely. And all we have to do is do the show hide on the click, which is where JavaScript comes in. We're going to comment back in our display none. Now when the page loads, that day image is hidden from the view. Refresh our page and we're back to normal, except for a little inspect here. We see that our class day has now been hidden. It's there, you just can't see it. Now we're going to go over to our script.js file, and we need to know when the page has been loaded, meaning when all the HTML is set up so we can access it with JavaScript. To do that, we add an event listener to our document, and the event listener is for DOM content loaded. This means that the HTML is all set up and we are ready to access it. By this time, our images are both there and ready for use, and our Hello World button is also there and we can access them with JavaScript. The first listener we want to add is our pointer down on our button. We're going to do document.getElement by ID, and our ID is Hello World. This has to match the ID that we're looking for here, our Hello World ID. Now we have access to our button. What we want to do to our button is add that event listener. We're going to do .add event listener, and here we're going to look for pointer down. Anything inside here now happens whenever the mouse button gets clicked and held down. Pointer down just means when you click on the mouse button but you don't let it up. When the pointer is down, we want to make sure that that daytime image of the earth is shown and the nighttime image is hidden. So to access the image here, we're going to target it by a class name of day. With JavaScript, we're going to say document.getElements by class name, and we're going to say day. This will turn an array of all elements on the page that have a class name of day. What we want is the first element out of that array, and we know on our page there's only ever going to be one, so we're going to target the very first element, which is the 0 index, and then we're going to put a style on it, and that style will be display equals block. Our button gets called, the pointer down, and when that happens, target the class day, which is our image right here, and we do a display block on it. It started out as display none when we loaded the page, now it will be displayed. Now that we have our day image displaying, we want to hide the nighttime image. Now the nighttime image is an ID, so we have to target that with getElement by ID. I would probably make both these classes or both these IDs. I just wanted to show you guys how you could do this so you know how to do it with an ID and with a class. Our nighttime is a getElement by ID. Copy our hello world here. We can change this to night. Now we're grabbing onto our image element right here by our nighttime ID. And the ID only returns one element, so there is no array being returned. So we will not be targeting any indexes. Put a style display and we say none. And that is the listener for pointer down on our Hello World button. Let's pause there, refresh our page, and see if our Hello World button works when we put the pointer down. And there it is. The daytime image showed up. I'm still holding the pointer down. If I let go of it right now, nothing will happen because we have not accounted for the pointer up action yet. Over in our code, we're going to copy our pointer down add event listener, and we're going to change it to pointer up. And we're just going to be doing the reverse of what we did up here in the pointer down function. So our daytime, we want to now display none. And our nighttime, we want to display block again. And refreshing our page, now we click the mouse down, still holding the pointer down, and if I let up on the mouse, it goes back to default state of nighttime. Check it out on desktop as well. Pointer down changes to day, pointer up goes back to night. And so that is how you add JavaScript show hide to your page. We used classes, we used IDs, and then we went over our add event listeners for pointer down and pointer up on an HTML element. And that is going to wrap up Hello World Episode 4, JavaScript show hide. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Most importantly, I hope you guys learned something. Hit that subscribe button, leave a like, leave a comment down below, and let me know what you want to see coded up next. I'll catch you later.